Hello there, my name is Skywalker, and first off it just has to be said that Naval Strike is really fun. It's kind of seems to calm down a little bit now, but just like that bit like in the intro, there's this thing that seems to happen where as soon as the side of the carrot opens, everyone just feels this huge urge just to ram into the side and fly whatever helicopter or slam whatever boat they're in. It's just straight into the side, and it's absolutely crazy, and there's just C4 and grenades going off everywhere, but it's just really good fun. So I actually jumped back into a bit of Hardcore Rush, which is what I always used to play, and haven't played for a little while because of some frustrations I've had with Hardcore, and it's just really reminded me of all the things I just really like about Hardcore mode. The fact that you're generally just pretty even whatever situation you're in, and a quick lesson right here, always look to see where you're spawning, because you're going to get C4'd if you don't. It just happens, because that's the kind of thing about Hardcore Rush at the moment. They're just going to be camping wherever you're spawning anyway. Yeah, Hardcore Rush, whatever situation you're in, oh yeah, floating bodies, that happens a lot in Naval Strike. Whatever situation you're in, you generally going to have a pretty even gunfight. In normal mode, you can take out a couple of people, but if 3 people come around the corner, there's absolutely pretty much no way you can beat them. They will just simply output a lot more bullets. But in Hardcore, you just have that ability to survive a lot longer if you play it carefully. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Naval Strike. I'll try and intersect it into what's happening here. There's on the plus rush maps. Like, as you kind of know, Bad Company was where a lot of people kind of got into the Battlefield franchise. I got into the Battlefield franchise properly, the Bad Company games, and that was entirely built around Rush. Absolutely freaking loved it, and kind of over time, it seems to have kind of been slowly pushed to the sideline, in the fact that the core Battlefield 4 maps are pretty terrible for Rush. Some of the worst Rush maps like ever. I mean, I would trade any of those maps for some Battlefield 3 maps. Sen Crossing, Grand Bazaar. I mean, they were just so much more fun, in my opinion. And then Bad Company 2 maps. But finally, they seem to have actually produced some really fun Rush maps. I think I remember one of the producers saying that these maps were actually designed with Rush in mind. At least some of them were, and that's kind of what Jenny found, that games with built for Rush tend to work for everything else, but things built for Conquest just not so much. As you can see here, I picked up a Recon kit because I ran out of ammo, and I'm pretty terrible with sniper rifles in Battlefield 4. Got killed pretty much straight away, just ran in and got shot. So yeah, anyway, if you're a Rush fan, Naval Strike is surprisingly good. I know people aren't a massive fan of Parasol Storm, but all these maps are better than Parasol Storm. Straight up, I'll say that. So there's a lot of good stuff about the expansion pack. Carrier Assault, as I was kind of saying earlier, it's just really fun. It's Conquest with more, I guess. I don't really know necessarily why you wouldn't want to play it over Conquest. I mean, it's just more stuff to do, and it's very good fun. My only real problem with Naval Strike overall is, surprisingly, and I didn't expect myself to say this, there's not enough boats. I mean, you have that kind of the main Conquesty type bit in the middle of Carrier Assault, and you'll go and do that a heck load, and you'll fight over that, and then the carriers open up. And everyone rushes off to, board those and do all that crazy stuff there. And then the middle bit just pretty much clears out. There's no one there. You gotta love Hardcore mode. You can just take people out so much easier. Yeah, and it clears out. And I just find myself just wandering around looking for a boat. And it's just like, I really don't want to swim to the carrier. Spend like 2 minutes with me over there, climb in, get shot in the face. I mean, I may as well just kill myself just to get in there, but really that's kind of slight flaw. But I guess coming back to just Hardcore in general, I mean, it's great they're adding good new content in, and I think it's really, really, really necessary that. Yeah, I thought I'd make a break for the MCON list, running up tickets. As soon as I stepped out of cover, I got sniped in the face, which really should bring back around to snipe. I'll get onto snipers in a minute. I actually really thought we were going to lose this at this point, but as soon as MCON armed, you just got to run straight in there. Even if you just get one kill, get shot in the back, you need to keep that going. Yeah, it's good they're adding new content. I think with all the problems Battlefield had, even with the Naval Strike launch, I think it's very, very good they had some good new content to offer people, because that's what the game really, really needs. But that's all well and good. But it's still, I guess for me, it's still building on a flawed foundation for me. There's still fundamental problems with the game design. I know there's a lot of people annoyed with some of the technical aspects, you know, like the rubber banding and all that stuff, right in the first. That, you know, have been problematic, but for me, I guess there's just several game design aspects, and I've mentioned this before, but the lack of minimap on hardcore. Now I know some people it's not supposed to have it, but if you look at all the other things people have a problem with, you know, people camping, snipers, like all sorts of stuff like that, it comes down to the fact that they can do that because there's no minimap. Now I was looking for this guy I saw him on the big map, and I didn't realise that I ran straight past him. I completely missed him, but hey, someone got him. I mean, when you take a base, it seems that there's a lot of people just hang around and just camp the spawns because they have no idea. Oh, the range you can get on hardcore is just fantastic. I mean, it does work both ways, and I mean, like, some people, you know, think it's just too easy. I think you have a lot greater killing power, but at the same time, you've really got to watch where you're going. But here's a good example. So this is kind of our main route attack, and I saw this guy on the map, and realised that he was just sitting on that rock. Didn't manage to get him before just as someone else got me. But if there's a mini map, people wouldn't be able to do that. So it encourages camping, and it like makes suppressors really not that necessary. I mean, I was using one earlier, I don't really know why. So it makes the game less tactical. It just takes stuff out of the game. I mean, and as fun as I've really had in this game, I was playing some hardcore domination later, and it was just so painful. It was just spawn in, get shot from a random direction. You know, like you have no way of knowing where your enemies are, where your friends are. I just don't get it. And suppression, I don't know. Battlefield 3 had a lot of things right in my opinion. Like the balance of the game was really, really good, and I think, you know, there was a lot that was great with it, and I never really felt a huge frustration while playing. If I died a lot, you know, I mean, it was probably because, you know, that it was fair and I can't really complain about it. But in Battlefield 4, it seems like they changed a lot of things just for the sake of it. I mean, if you played hardcore mode, I mean, it still happens sort of in normal mode, but this is a lot more noticeable in hardcore. If you try and shoot a sniper from range, you can fire half a clip, you know, to try and suppress them, and they'll still just one-shot you. I mean, some games, half my deaths are down to snipers, and it's just, you know, if they took snipers out of it completely, I would not be sad. I would not be sad. So I'm hoping once the renter servers come out, I can, you know, get one and throw a minimap on and do a hardcore server, which is kind of sad that you have to pay to get the experience, that, you know, pay more to get the experience you want. This spot on the stairs is just wonderful. It's wonderful. I know I'll go back there in a minute, but this map just has everything that all the other Rush maps don't. It has cover that you can hide from, like so many of the base maps and even the China Rising maps. I mean, they have cover, but it's just not ample. You can get shot from so many different directions, but this map has cover. It has flank routes. It's interesting to play. It's just like, it's everything that all the other maps aren't for Rush. I really found myself on a lot of the base maps after all the times of playing, not really knowing where to go, what to do. I mean, that's something I loved about Battlefield 3. Everyone kind of had their kind of set, you know, places, you know, that they love to go, and their little kind of perch spots or their flank routes. And after only a couple of minutes of playing this, I immediately kind of figured out things I really enjoyed doing, and places I wanted to run and stuff like that, which is just a sign of good map design, personally, if you ask me. So, yeah, this part of the stairs is so good. I mean, I'm guessing this. I won't be able to take advantage of this for so long because it's a new map and they won't. But for some reason, they just were not aware. They were running straight towards the objective, completely unaware that I was just standing around there. So I guess on the whole, it's really good that they're adding new stuff, and I'm having progressively more and more fun with Battlefield 4, and it's nice to have fun on new maps because up till now, pretty much I played the Second Assault maps exclusively because they were way more fun than pretty much all the base maps. So it's nice to be able to play something new and interesting, and Carrier Assault I think it's pretty successful, but they still need to sort some of this other stuff out. I'm hoping that those kind of options will be added when the custom servers come out, even if you do have to end up paying for them. So there we go. Hardcore Rush is still my favourite way to play, theoretically. I'm still jumping between the two. Anyway, so I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I've got a bonus clip from a live stream I did on Saturday. The picture quality didn't turn out that great. I'm still tweaking some of the settings and hoping to get that sorted out in the future. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.
Yes! You're not gonna
Nice.
kill me.
I'm gonna go elsewhere.
Enemy chopper, yeah.
And a boat. Oh, things are exploding. Oh. What are the odds I can get this boat with C4? Alright,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come at me, bro!
Oh goodness, I'm watching. Hello?
Yes!
Are you serious?
Yeah! Woof. Blew
Oh
myself
my
up.
What the? How many kills was that?
4.
Gee.
Totally worth.
For the team.
Yeah, for the team.
Nice one.